Welcome back to TGH Draftmas, where we examine the state of each franchise and what they can do in this year's draft to have a great 2018 season. Draftmas continues today with the Denver Broncos 2018 NFL Draft Profile. A colossal disappointment is the best way to describe the Denver Broncos 2017 season. Denver won just 2 additional games after a 3-1 start. The quarterback carousel featuring Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler, and Braxton Lynch was the biggest reason for their 5-11 record. It was Denver's first losing season since 2010. The offensive line continued to be a problem for Denver as well. Much was expected of free agent acquisition Ronald Leary, but he could not stay healthy. Fellow free agent signee Menelik Watson also dealt with injuries as well as poor performance. Last year's top pick Garrett Bowles had an inconsistent rookie year. The unit as a whole ranked 30th in sacks allowed. The winless Browns were also the only team that turned the ball over more than the Denver Broncos last year. Good news for the Broncos is that the defense is still one of the best around. Von Miller and company struggled to force turnovers last year, but that's really the only negative on that side of the football. The unit was put in many bad situations by the offense and still ranked 3rd in total defense. The secondary will look a bit different this upcoming season, but the defense is still what the Denver Broncos are all about. Now let's review exactly what picks and needs the Denver Broncos have entering the 2018 NFL Draft. The Broncos have 9 total picks in the upcoming draft. There's an ample opportunity for John Elway and his second-year head coach Vance Joseph to improve the roster. The Broncos have the 5th overall pick in the first round, the 40th overall pick in the second round, 2 third-round picks at numbers 71 and 99, 2 fourth-round picks at numbers 106 and 109, and finally 3 fifth-round picks at numbers 142, 160, and 163, with 0 picks in rounds 6 and 7. Offensive needs. Offensive line. If Leary stays healthy, a line featuring him, Matt Paredes, Bowles in his second year, and the recently acquired Jared Valdir is formidable, but left guard continues to be a huge question mark heading into the season. Tight end. Virgil Green left in free agency. Also, Denver has not had a significant pass-catching production at this spot in a very long time. Former Michigan standout Jake Butt essentially redshirted his rookie season due to injury. He should be ready to produce this year, but how confident are the Broncos in him and his health? Regardless, Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders need a third pass-catching option to emerge on this team in order to make their lives easier. Running back. Denver wants to get the running game going, but the Jamal Charles experiment failed and there is talk of C.J. Anderson being traded or let go. If that happens, Devontae Booker is going to need more than the current roster can offer him. Quarterback. With Case Keenum entering the fold via free agency, this need is not as pressing as most people assume. Also, the Broncos do not seem to have given up on Braxton Lynch or Chad Kelly yet. It's hard to imagine 4 quarterbacks on a roster that has more immediate needs. But it's not entirely out of the question that Denver goes here early. Defensive needs. Linebacker. Todd Davis returns to Denver on a team-friendly deal, but he was just okay last year. Von Miller and Brandon Marshall could use a more dynamic teammate at this position. Denver has had a knack for turning linebackers and defensive ends into sack artists in recent years. You could never have too many pass rushers. Cornerback. With Aqib Talib now on the Rams, Bradley Roby has become the cornerback opposite Chris Harris Jr. Roby should be fine as a full-time starter, but there is no longer a slam dunk option for the 3rd cornerback spot on the roster. Now that we've reviewed their picks and needs, let's look at some prospects they can target in this year's 2018 NFL Draft. At pick number 5, if he's available, the logical choice is Quentin Nelson. The offensive guard from Notre Dame would no doubt shore up their problems at left guard, and would likely be the best player on their offensive line as a rookie. However, if he's not there, the Broncos could also consider Bradley Chubb, the tenacious pass rusher from NC State, or they could look to bolster their secondary with Denzel Ward, who could be a great replacement for Aqib Talib. Pick number 40, Isaiah Oliver, Colorado. Oliver is a raw talent that will be helped greatly by being drafted to Denver. The secondary is loaded with talent for him to learn from, and the Broncos have a recent history of producing quality defensive backs. He would also fill an immediate need and potentially long-term need for the Broncos. Pick number 71, DJ Chark. And pick number 99, Oren Burks. Chark presents a potential matchup problem given his combination of size and speed. Burks, on the other hand, is more of a development pick. He's not game ready, but checks the boxes in terms of size and speed. In conclusion, the Broncos are not used to picking this high in the draft, but having 9 picks is a great asset. If used properly, the Broncos can keep their streak of not having back-to-back losing seasons alive. Make sure you keep it here for more great draft profiles during our favorite season, Draftmas. You can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at the links below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and keep it here at the Game House for all your sports and esports needs.